Hello everyone and welcome back to B.Studios. My name is Maranatha and as usual here we talk about all things Nollywood. Nollywood movies, Nollywood series. If that's your cup of tea, this is the place to be. So I'm back with another set of recommendations. It seems like you guys seem to be enjoying my recommendations because they're doing well and I'm happy. Alright, so let's talk about the ones I've seen in the past. I'll say 2 weeks. I'll just talk about them, not all the ones I've seen, if I enjoyed them, if I didn't enjoy them. And remember, I'm not a critic, I just talk about the movies that I like. Alright, the first one I have here is Behind the Glamour, and this is Cheesy Flicks. I think this is Cheesy Alichi's YouTube channel. And it starred Michael Dapper and Suso. This is like the third time I'm seeing Michael Dapper and Suso. And I think this story just followed the girl that was like living fake life to attract a man or something like that, and she was dating. I don't want to be telling people the story because I want people to go and watch it. But anyway, she was dating this guy. She was living fake life, so it was they just followed her life, whether they fell in love, whether they did not fall in love, how everything scattered, or it not scatter. I think it was funny. It was okay. It was nice. Yeah, yeah, it was okay. It was okay. I do enjoy seeing Michael, and I do these days. I've been enjoying Soso's acting. That's Sophia's. I think her name is Sophia, right? Soso's acting. So I think it was a nice watch. So you can check that out. The second one I saw was Paper Hearts. This one starred and this all these movies are on YouTube, so you can just check them out. The name of that one, the first one is Behind the Glamour, and then the second one I saw is Paper Hearts. This one starred Johnny Kanem, Miwa Olorunfemi, Ichie Fuego, and this one is like it's a couple of things in this movie. There was like family drama. It was an okay story. It's like drama as opposed to fully romance. It was like more drama, but I liked it. I think it was cute. Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. You can check it out. And this one is showing on Nolly Film Media. These days, I think this Nolly Film Media, they're doing well. I enjoy a couple of things that they do. I don't mind it. So you can check that one out. The next one I saw was Her Match. This one starred Chike Daniels, Nadia Buhari, and Chinye Wilfred. This one is also a Nolly. Okay, actually, this one is Nolly Family TV. Honestly, all these Nolly names, they are a lot on this YouTube. But I actually liked this one. The name just matched with what happened in the movie. So it was like a guy that had his sister. He was living with his sister. His sister was the one that raised him and cared for him. And then every time he fell in love, this sister will find a way to pursue them or will find a way to say that they are not good enough for her brother. And it begs the question, like, what's going on? All this. I have 4 brothers. So I hope I don't behave like that. I don't think I behave like that. Do they see me like that? I hope not. Anyway, like if you have a brother or if you have a son, what is your own that you'll be policing? I get that you love the person, I don't want them to fall into the wrong hands, but as an adult, there's only so much you can do. You can't be forcing your way into as in their relationships and the decisions that they make. And by the way, if you're a parent and you raise the son, trust in the fact that you've raised your child well and they'll make the right decisions. Like, what's the point of raising a child if you still want to do everything for that child? Man, I'm going on a tirade. This movie, I was so vexed with the sister. I think it was funny, it was nice. And these days, like I said before, I be enjoying Chike Daniels a lot these days. Wow. Anyway, it was nice. You can check this out. The next one I saw is Omoni Oboli's film. This is Love at First Lie. It starred Esodika and Omawomi Dada. Honestly, I enjoy watching Esodike. I do a lot. And I think I just enjoy watching Omawomi Dada on YouTube. She's not on YouTube like that. So I enjoy just seeing her, in these movies on YouTube because YouTube is my first point of contact when I'm watching Nollywood because I live in diaspora. We don't have access to cinemas and all of that stuff. So I just enjoy seeing her there. And I think it was nice, as usual with Omoni Oboli, Delulu that I love and I enjoy. This is what it was. It was it's not my favorite from her, but I think it was an okay watch. It was nice. I love the pairing of the both of them. I just feel like there was a couple of things I felt like that's a personal feeling. No, it might not be. There might be a reason behind the writing and behind the pacing by the director, but I felt like there was a little bit of room for the romance to grow a bit. That's me, Sha. That is me. And because I think Omoni Oboli and her directors, they know how to do that pacing well. So I just felt like this one was a little bit fast paced. But you know what? I don't know if I don't think it took away from it. And honestly, I guess I'm biased to Omoni Oboli. I liked it anyway. So you can check that out. I really liked it. The name is Love at First Lie, and it's on Omoni Oboli TV. The next movie I saw at this point, I don't even know if I'm not keeping count. I'm just going. I don't know what number we are at. The next movie I saw is Down the Aisle. I believe that's the name because I was trying to check for the name now and I'm not really listening, but I think the name is Down the Aisle. And it starred Lota Chuku and Andrew Banton and a plethora of stars. Daniel Efeng was there, Shaggy was there, Keten was there, Nengi was is it Nengi that's the name? Yeah, Nengi was there, Adelaoye was there, Bam Bam was there. See who Buchi was there, everybody was there. And this movie, I think, I don't know, maybe it came out in cinema or one of these other streaming platforms before. I don't know. Because I don't think it's a new watch and I feel like it wasn't released for YouTube. Yeah, but then they brought it to YouTube, and this is from it's on the name of the channel is Lantern Rise on YouTube here, and it's just basically the name of the movie Down the Aisle. It's that a lady that really wanted to take marriage off her bucket list, and she was really looking for love anyhow anyway, and then she met a guy, but I think she was still stuck in some cycle. Like there were just crazy things happening, and so the guy that she liked felt the need to, like, propose so that they can get married, so that he won't lose her. And it just followed like a bunch of drama with the wedding planning and whether they really loved each other. I think it was cute, and yeah, it was really nice to see Lota in this role. And her pairing with Andrew Banton, I really like Andrew Banton. The first time I saw Andrew Banton was in Dilemma. I feel like I've gotten to see a couple of stars that are getting popular now. I got to watch them when they just started coming out, and I feel proud. So Andrew, I think one of the first times I saw him was maybe like 2021, 2022, thereabout. It was 2022, I think it was 2022 when he was on Dilemma on Africa Magic. I really enjoyed his acting there. So yeah, I think you should check this one out. It's cute, it's nice, it's a fun watch. I really liked it. And my brother was every time my brother is sucked into a movie, I know that it's a good movie. Because they don't really like romance, but they enjoyed this one. I think it was very nice. The next one I saw is Omo Teacher, and this is a movie showing on Movie City HQ. This one stars Bimbo Ademoye and Kachi Nochere and Sir Charles Akwarandu. I think that's his name. No, not Charles, Sir Chris Akwarandu. This movie, it got me thinking of, I've seen a couple storylines like that, and maybe it's applicable in life, I don't know. But the story followed a girl that lost her father, and then a guy took an interest in her, and she fell in love with him, and all of that stuff, and they were living good. All for why did you still put this one? But still watch it anyway, please still watch it. All for the end, and her father died as a result of an accident. At the end of this, we came to find out that this guy that she got married to was the one that hit her father, and they ran away. And in my head, I'm like, what the actual heck? What is going on? Like, I don't know. Does it make sense that you'd be like, you didn't take responsibility for an action that perhaps if they had stopped to save the guy, perhaps he would have survived? Or even if he died eventually, but at least you did the right thing, right? And I know, okay, Nigeria, if you take the person to the hospital, you might get arrested and all of that stuff. But how do you live with knowing that you caused somebody's, although mistakenly you took somebody's life, and then you go back? Maybe you wanted to show, like, maybe you just wanted to help however you could help their family, and then you had the nerve to fall in love with the person's child, because apparently we don't control who we fall in love with. And then you go ahead and you keep this information to yourself. She gets pregnant for you, she gets pregnant with your child, and you were willing to keep this going. How do people do things? Like, you can see that this drove me nuts because I was just like, because this is not the first time I've seen something like this. And I'm like, how do people live like that? Man. Anyway, so that movie is, the name is Omo Teacher. You can check it out. I think it was a fascinating watch, and I was like, hey, I beg you, make una. I think something similar was in one of these movies. I think, is it When the Heart Lies or When the Heart Beats or something that Omoni Oboli had on her show, on her channel, that starred Michael Dapper and Omo Wumi Dada again. And she lost her father as a result of, and her father was Michael Dapper's like protector, something like guardian, and she lost her father because he was with Michael. And then at the end they found out that the man wouldn't even, like, he was at the point of death, and he offered his heart to Michael Dapper too, because Michael Dapper's character had a heart issue, and they did not tell the daughter, and the daughter did not know about any of this. And eventually they fell in love with each other, and they shall explained it away that, oh, the father was willing to give them. But in my head, I'm like, how how I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much to it, but I don't know, it's too close for comfort for me. It is too close for me. Yes, we can forgive you and God will forgive you, and that's fine, but that you'd go and fall in love with the person and you keep such an information away from the person, it is well. Anyway, the next one I saw is None of This Is True, and this one is on Chinedu Benjamin TV, and it starts Deyemi Okonawo and Bolaji Ogumola and Emanuela Eloba. I can't even, okay, I actually did finish this film because at first I was so pissed. I stopped watching this film because, let me tell you something, anything that concerns cheating, me, I'm not a party to it. I don't like it. Well, let me know I'm not a party to it because I used to watch it. Not that, like, I don't actively try to watch movies if that they are cheating in, but if it catches my attention, if I see that maybe the cheating partner is getting what they deserve, I'm like, okay. But this was crazy to me, because how can this guy be saying that he was in love with his wife and the side chick at the same time? Me, I like the way it ended, because both of them, it did not, at least it was open ended. We did not know, it didn't look like it was going to end with anybody. Everybody be like, we need to be freaking for real. We need to be for real, please. See, love is a choice. Being married is a choice. A choice is not a feel. It's not a feeling. A choice is something that you actively do every day. You choose to do it. That's what it is. That is what a choice is. And once you've made a choice, you live with that choice. You are responsible for the choice that you've made. If you've chosen to be a married person, you are responsible to maintain the sanctity of that marriage. Nobody dey help you do that one. Man, I'm pissed today. Anyway, you're responsible for that. If you've chosen to be single, yes, live single, right? Don't say you want to be married, they are not looking for something outside. You not say you love the other. Don't piss me off for real. This movie annoyed me. I'm like, what if this? Anyway, but it was a nice watch. It agitated me, and I think the picture quality was very good. I enjoyed it a lot. Deyemi and Bolaji did so good, and Emanuela Eloba playing that character top notch. She did so well. The next one I saw is this film by Sandra Okonzowa TV, Beyond Forever. It starred Daniel, Etimefeong, Sandra, and Audrey Harrison. This film, my feelings towards this film, I think it was a story that they could have built on so well, and it would have been amazing. I'm not saying that it's not amazing, but I just think that they could have done so much more with that story. It's all this type of rich person meets poor person, enemies to love. Like, there were a bunch of tropes in this movie that could have worked amazingly, but I just think that in some areas they were pulling. I don't know. It felt like it didn't get to the peak for me. I don't know. They were just, to me, I don't. It's not a bad word, but I just feel like they could have done so much more. Anyway, but it was also nice to see Daniel F. Young playing like Agbero character. Now, this is my first time. Is it my first time seeing? I think this is my first time seeing him play that character, and I think he liked playing that character. I felt like he enjoyed playing that character because he's always suave. He's always the good-looking bachelor that is always polished and rich. But this time around, it was an Agbero. I think he actually enjoyed himself in that role. So that's something to look out for. So like, I'll still say you can check it out, but I just know that they could have done so much more. And she had such good cast. They could have done so much more with that story. But yeah. The next one I saw, this one, Jesus Christ, is Manny, my man. Man, I had to skip a lot because this one a mature film. Let me just tell you that it's a mature film. And it started Oyin Alex and Michael Dapper, and his character was a stripper. I think you can know how it goes on from there. There were still like important elements to this story, like who she was and what led her to actually get to meet a stripper, trying to heal from a broken marriage where somebody just like the man just kind of used her husband used her and all of that stuff, and she was dealing with a lot. I think that he played into whatever story they were trying to tell and how she was trying to find solace somewhere else. Anyway, I think it was an okay watch. Yeah, you can check that out. The next movie I saw, man, this is a lot of movies I'm recommending today. So you have a lot to go and watch. The next one I saw, this one is with Love Hazel. This one too is also a serious matter. I think I always talk about how with Omoni and I think Bolaji, they do mature romances too. So it's not for children. It's not. They do mature romances. It's not for children. They are like actually mature scenes in it. And this with Love Hazel is not an exemption. But and I also think that it's not. One thing I like about this with Love Hazel is that it's not all those very complicated love stories. It wasn't too complicated. I don't mind a complicated story every now and then, but this one was okay. It wasn't complicated and I liked it. And I liked the pairing of Deyemi and Tenny. My God, the chemistry was I was like, Jesus Christ. There are some scenes that if you're not comfortable with, like maybe all this kissing and stuff, you'd have to skip a bit because I was like, yeah. Anyway, so it was about a girl that I don't know whether it was trauma she was coming from or whatever it is that she was dealing with, but she was using men to I don't know, fill up an itch that she had. I would just call it that. And then she saw a guy in the company that she applied to work at, and then she decided that this was the next itch that she wanted to scratch, or this was the next person on her list. But as things will have it, she went and fell in love with this guy, and then her past came calling. That's basically what I would say it's about. I think it was a great watch, mature sense, so beware. And then we have Pieces That Fit. This is Omoni Oboli as well, and it starred Michael Dapper and Ekama. This one of the first times that I'm seeing Omoni Oboli like actually broach the topic of domestic violence, because my girl gives us the Lulu love, but don't be fooled. There's still the Lulu love inside this, which I really appreciate. But I like the way this story was told. I'm not a fan of domestic violence. I don't like to watch it. I don't care for it. Once I hear pow, I'm out. But this one, I think that I like the way they spun it. It started like at the end of the domestic violence and flowed into like her getting out and getting her voice back, which I really like. And then there was still a love story in between, because to be honest, sometimes not too many people have the opportunity to actually get out of domestic violence and actually live life and actually make it before they fall in love. Some people, it's another love that take them out of the problem that they're coming out of. Now, I don't know if this is the right way to get out of it. I don't know. Everybody with the with their different stories in their life and the things that they have to do. I don't know, but I do know that people get out of situations through different ways. And honestly, any way you can get out of a domestic situation like this, please. But well, let me not say anyway, because let's not go and be doing crazy things. But man, domestic violence is such a touchy subject and it's so annoying. Like, I think I need to approach the people that are, why are you beating? Are you okay? Why are you beating somebody? Are you okay? Anyway, so I really liked the way this story was told, and I liked how they addressed how you that might even be familiar with domestic violence story, that or situation, and what you pick from it might be anger, and you will now become that monster that you were running from, or the monster that wasn't, that you, maybe if you knew, if you had a family member that was in a domestic violence situation, and maybe the person did not make it or something, and then all you got from there was the anger too, and then you become that person to the next person. I don't know if any of what I'm saying is making sense, but I think if we're private to certain situations, what we should take from there is how to not be the monster that we were afraid of, or the monster that we are running from, or the monster that we've called people, right? We should try to be better for it. And I think this is one of the things that was in this movie, because I don't want to talk about it too much, because I don't want to tell you. I want you to go watch it. I think it was a very, very great movie, and it really touched the subject in a very nice way, in a way that I actually enjoyed. Yes. Once again, stop beating people. Don't, like, see, let's all be careful. You don't have any right to be doing that, to hit another person. If you are upset, take a walk, or end the marriage, or something, separate or something. I don't know, but don't hit anybody. Don't abuse anybody emotionally, physically. Don't do that. Anyway, the last but not the least that I'll be talking about tonight is, I say tonight, today, is Halflight. And this one starred Chisom Agoike and Emmanuel Nse. And oh my god, I kept on skipping this. I don't know why I didn't watch it at first. I was like, I thought it was all those movies that they will put people's picture and they're not actually the ones in the movie. But that's not what this one was. And this one is like a, what's it called? It's enemies to lovers trope, and they also touched on the topic of sickle cell. Honestly, when I was watching this movie, all I just kept on saying was that I think maybe there should be a law now that any person that have all those AS people, if they marry each other, arrest them, or they must sign affidavit that they will not procreate. Because, oh my god, the pain, the physical pain that these children the children that are born with SS go through every day that they are living, they are going through pain. Like, it's another day to be to oh, I don't even know what I'm saying. Honestly, like, please, everybody, please beware. Check your genotype before you fall in love. And if you're falling in love, still check your genotype. Honestly, God gave us sense. God gave us all of these things, gives us access to technology that can actually check these things so that we can make the right decisions. And that's why God also gave us free will, so that we can use the sense that He has given us to make the right choices. Let us not be acting this and causing people pain. This film really hurt my feelings, because I'm just like, hi, Jim. Anyway, it was very nice. It was very interesting. I really liked the pairing of Emmanuel Nse and Chisom. They looked so cute together, and Chisom acted. She did such a good job. Emmanuel as well. Yeah, the name of the movie is Halflight, and it's showing on Mimi OJ TV on YouTube. If you've seen any of these movies, drop a comment. This is such a long one. Drop a comment and let me know what you think about them. Yes, also check out my movie Meant to Be showing on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let us hit 1K followers. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye.